Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with another playthrough of Dark Souls. And I know that there's going to be a bunch of you that are going to be like, oh man, more Dark Souls? And then there's going to be another bunch of you that's going to be like, hells yeah, more Dark Souls. So yeah, like I've always said in my channel, I mean, this is not a Souls exclusive channel, as you guys have clearly seen by the slew of content that I've been posting recently with a lot of first impressions videos, and that is something that I want to keep going in the channel simply because I do appreciate the variety and I like covering different games. I like doing interviews and all that stuff. So that's also going to be content that's also always going to be here. But the Soul series is a series that is very, very close to my heart. It is my favorite game of all times to date. And it is just a game that I really enjoy playing. So what am I going to be doing on this particular playthrough of Dark Souls? So for starters, this is a normal game. Like I've said, I am kind of tired of doing the whole New Game Plus thing with a character already being fully equipped because, you know, I don't feel the need of getting any items. And that is a big part of what gives me pleasure in Dark Souls, is to get different items and all that stuff. So I figured I feel like doing a normal run. However, this is going to be a normal run with a twist. I mean, of course, come on, I gotta give somewhat of a twist here, right? So what's going to be the twist of this particular normal run? Well, for starters, I'm going to be doing something that I've never really done before, which is usually I just go full-on melee, and there's definitely still going to be melee in this playthrough. I mean, make no mistake, but I want to try and see how much of an advantage I can actually take of pyromancy, because you guys are always asking me, man, you need to do some spellcaster, some magic user, something like that. And I keep telling people, magic user is not really my thing. I really don't like magic users that much. And the reason why I don't like the magic user is, I've said it a million times, it's the animations. I don't like, oh, I can't believe I forgot about that. It's been a while since my last playthrough of Dark Souls. Even though you guys have been seeing these whole bunch of Dark Souls videos coming up, it has been a couple of weeks since my latest Dark Souls recording. So yeah, I am to be a little bit rusty again, and I've also been playing so many games that like my muscle memory just kind of dies out. So that's going to be something that is a little bit interesting for you guys, hopefully. And the other twist that's going to be on this playthrough, so like I said, I do want to try and do as much as I can with the use of pyromancies, because it is something that I don't normally do. The other thing is, usually I end up going the route of min-maxing, so I min-max quite a bit, and I'm also kind of tired of that. I'm tired of min-maxing Dark Souls because it's all I really do, and what I end up doing is like, so the things that I'm best at is melee, right? So min-maxing melee basically means power within, some form of enchantment, sunlight blade, dark moon blade, or great crystal magic weapon, whatever, and then just pop those two things at once and go on to a boss and just have at it. And that is usually the way that I end up doing things in most of my playthroughs. You guys might think, oh, well, you haven't done it that much. But in reality, you gotta understand that I've played the game a lot more than just the playthroughs that I've placed on YouTube. There's been a lot more builds that I've done on my own. A lot of those have actually been deleted by now, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I end up doing on my own. Oops. Oh. Well, that was bad. I can't believe I actually jumped down with a pyro glove equipped. That was great. That was great. I'm not doing any kind of speed running here or anything. So yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention is, obviously, since we've done Dark Souls a whole bunch of times, I also want to use this to update you guys a little bit on what's been going down, because I do know that Dark Souls videos are the most viewed videos on my channel. So while I'm still doing Dark Souls commentary, I also want to update you guys a little bit, because I know that a lot of you guys don't actually want to watch Conscast or any of that other stuff. And you really should, but that's fine. I understand that a lot of you came here specifically and exclusively for Souls, and I respect that. I really do. But just don't expect me to only upload Souls, because you guys have noticed I upload other stuff as well. Either way, updating you guys on things. I'm going to be going to Gamescom, and I'm not exactly sure when this particular video is going to be going up, but I will be going to Gamescom on the 19th of August. I'm going to fly there. Not exactly sure what time I'm going to arrive, but it's probably going to be late because we're leaving it sometime in the afternoon. So we're going to be flying to Cologne, me and my wife, because my wife's actually going this time as well. And she's going to take... she's going to be a little bit bored, I feel, because there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to be going to that she actually can't go and attend. So I'm going to assume that she's going to be pretty bored for a lot of the time, but she wanted to come anyway, so that was up to her.
To leave the undead asylum
so
in pilgrimage.
We're going to be going to Gamescom, and I'm going to be going through a Portuguese website called Rubber Chicken Games. Now, a lot of you guys already know what happened between me and Portugal Gaming. Some of you guys will know, some of you guys will not know. But either way, I'm no longer a part of Portugal Gaming, if anyone is still like wondering about that. So currently I'm going to be working with these guys from Rubber Chicken Games. So you guys might check out their website. They're a Portuguese gaming news website. It's not like your normal gaming news website. It's, I don't really know how to explain it. It's a little bit different. So you guys will just have to check it out if you're curious about it. Even if you're not Portuguese, you can always just get Google Translate to translate that stuff to English or whatever. It's probably not going to be as good, but it's up to you guys if you want to check it out or not. The website's name is Rubber Chicken Games, like I said. So I'm going to be going with those guys, and they've hooked me up with a whole bunch of interviews and stuff. They got me a media pass, and yeah, going to be doing a couple of interesting things there. Before I proceed, though, I'd like to mention something about the playthrough itself. So I'm currently in Firelink Shrine, and something that I wanted to change about this playthrough is I didn't give myself the Master Key. If you actually go into my inventory, you'll notice that what I have is the old Witch's Ring. So I did not give myself the Master Key because I feel that a lot of the times I end up rushing through the game. Just like, oh, I'm going to go down there, going to get my soul and whatever, then going to go do this, going to go do that. And I thought that, you know, let's just take it slower this time, you know, kind of like almost like a first playthrough. Take it nice and easy, and you know, just try to have fun with it, basically, is where I'm going here. Oh yeah, also something that I forgot to mention, but I think you guys might be having a surprise in this playthrough further up ahead. When it shows up, I'll tell you guys about it. But yeah, gonna be going to Gamescom on the 19th, so I'm going to record a whole bunch of episodes of Dark Souls to give you guys in the meantime. I wanted to really record a whole bunch of Dragon's Crown stuff, but what ends up happening is, in case you guys don't know, in Europe the game doesn't actually have a release date. You guys would have known this if you were following me on Twitter or Facebook, which in case you guys want to, you're still in time. The Twitter and Facebook information are always in the description section of my videos, so you're always in time to follow me there. And I'm going to go ahead and kill myself by missing this ridiculously easy jump, because why the hell not? But yeah, so you guys should have known by now that Dragon's Crown doesn't even have a release date in Europe at this point. It's probably going to get one soon, but I'm just really disappointed because I wanted to get started on Dragon's Crown like on release, which it released on the 6th of August in America. Today is currently, I think, the 13th. Yeah, the 13th of August is when I'm recording this video. And I'm just really disappointed that I didn't get to start like day one, because I'm really excited for testing that game out. I'm really excited for playing it. I wanted to do a full playthrough on my channel. Not sure if that's going to be possible or not. But it's just one of those things. So since there was no release date in Europe, what I had to do is, since I really don't have any contacts at Atlas or anything like that, I ended up ordering it from Video Games Plus in Canada. They import it. They will sell you games that you can basically import to wherever you want. So I imported the game to Portugal. And yeah, obviously it still hasn't arrived. That is the only reason why I still haven't seen any content on it. It is very disappointing. It was this series of this playthrough that I had planned together with the Dragon's Crown series that I wanted to be able to give you guys. It still might happen. I'm not sure, depending on whether the game arrives or not. But either way, at this point, I don't have a lot of hopes of actually getting started on it because it's already getting pretty chaotic. Oh, balls. Wow. I'm really playing poorly today. This is good. Good stuff. I said I wanted to do it slowly, so that's what I get. The game's like, oh, you want to do it slowly? Okay. We'll be sure to sort that up for you. But yeah, as I was saying, I still don't know if it's going to be possible to leave some videos for you guys before Gamescom because it's already getting to a point where I have to start organizing stuff for interviews. Ouch. I have to start, like, you know, getting questions written down and all that jazz because I actually want to go in a little bit more prepared than I went to E3 because E3 was a complete chaos for me. You guys should have seen the stuff that I went through. There are also videos on that. If you go to my E3 trip log videos, there's a detailed record of everything that happened while I was at E3. So, if that's your thing. I'm still working also on getting the... Wait, this is Sparta. Bye. I'm still working on getting some written content onto my website. It's still not there, and I know that I've been saying this for a whole bunch of videos, that I want to do written content on my website in addition to having videos on YouTube. But it really hasn't been easy. There has been a lot of stuff that I've had to do behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff that I have planned to show you guys, and it seems that you guys are enjoying some of the most recent content that I've been doing, stuff like Spelunky, FTL, and, you know, just regular first impression stuff in general. You guys seem to be more receptive to that stuff now, so I'm really, really happy about that. And if you guys aren't, and all you're doing is watching Dark Souls, come on, guys, just check out some of the other videos every now and then, okay? You guys might end up liking it. You never know. Okay, hack this guy up. But yeah, I'm getting everything sorted out for Gamescom to basically be more prepared than I was previously, and that is also going to cut down on how much time I'm going to have to make videos. And I realize that a lot of people have always told me through Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, and even in comments like, look, Rurikhan, you can take a break, it's okay, and all that stuff, but you guys need to understand something. I have this way of looking at things, which is, in my mind, I've committed myself to at least one video every single day. I very, very rarely have ever failed that. Very rarely, since whenever I decide, I don't even remember since when it was that I did decide to do it like that. But, oh, there's one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. But like I was saying, very rarely have I ever not put up a video online every day. And it's just something that I want to commit myself to keep doing always. So even despite the fact I know I can take a break, I can do all that thing, I still want to always try my best to always have at least one video up every single day. That's like my commitment to what I'm doing. And I hope you guys enjoy that as well. I mean, if I ever start putting up content and you guys feel like, man, you've put this video up just because, like, you guys feel the commentary is not up to par, I want you guys to dislike videos like that so that I know, okay? Anyways, let's talk a little bit more about the thing that I told you guys about. So if you look there, you'll notice that there is a red phantom, black phantom, whatever you want to call it, Gravelord thingamajig in front of us. But I'm like level, what? I haven't even leveled up yet, I forgot. I'm level 1. So that thing is there. And you guys might be wondering, what the hell is that thing there and what's it doing? So on this particular playthrough, I did something which, I mean, I don't like using this kind of stuff, but I used Cheat Engine. And why did I use Cheat Engine? Because it's like, I don't like artificially increasing the difficulty by limiting myself or anything like that, or by doing things that the developers didn't intend. However, someone sent me a message on YouTube, and I'm sorry, dude, I can't remember your name right now. I forgot to look it up before I started the video. But I'll try to put your name in the description if I remember. I'm really sorry. But someone sent me a message, and they said, oh, have you seen this thing? So I go to the link they sent me, and it's a video about a guy telling people how to do self-gravelording. So self-gravelording basically means that you go through the game as if you were always being gravelorded. And that is what you see there. So it's like I'm always going to be gravelorded throughout this whole playthrough. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of excited with the prospect of that because, number one, I don't have the master key, right? So I can't take special shortcuts and crazy stuff like, well, not really special shortcuts. You can still take a lot of shortcuts in the game without the master key. But I'm not going to be able to take the master key shortcuts. I'm also going to have additional enemies throughout the map. And to be honest, I don't even know where they're going to be spawning. So there's going to be some surprise elements to this playthrough. And that gets me excited because it gives you a little bit of that joy of discovery yet again. And that's the reason why I didn't want it to bring the master key, to avoid missing any of these encounters. So that is the first one that we see there. I'm not even sure how much damage that thing is supposed to make. I have a really crappy shield, but we're going to be having access to the wooden shield pretty soon. Looks like he's already looking at us, so I got to be careful as I advance through here because I don't want to be fighting. Oh, there's another one over there too. I don't want to be fighting these guys and the red guys at the same time, especially with 3,000 souls on me because I forgot to level up because I'm an idiot. But yeah, so let's see what we can do here. Hello? Hello? No? Not gonna come? Here we go. Okay, I aggro the first one. Not exactly sure how much damage this bad boy is gonna make. Actually, I think I might just, you know what? Screw you. Oops. Ah, he's not that tough. There, takes care of him. Let's throw a couple more. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's throw another fireball there. Boom. Try to use spells a little bit more often. I really want to get a whole bunch of attunement slots that depend more on spells and less on melee. That's definitely something that I want to work on for this particular playthrough. But yeah, I hope you guys are as excited for this playthrough as I am. It's kind of one of those just, you know, chill out, relax, take my time kind of playthroughs. I really don't want to be rushing through stuff. Like, for instance, the stuff that I do in Ulasil Forest, I'm going to try to prevent it this time around. The stuff of me just running through the content, I'm going to try to prevent that. I'm going to try to take my time, get everything done, you know, be slow about it, be methodical, all that stuff. And I'm going to obviously need your feedback so that to let me know if this is something that you guys are enjoying or not, because at the end of the day, obviously the video is really for you. It's not for me. I mean, it's for me in a way that I'm going to get a lot of enjoyment out of this playthrough, I feel, because, like I said, it's going to be a return to my origins almost of Dark Souls, because I'm going to be playing a lot differently than I usually do with the whole rushing of things and whatnot. And I feel that that is going to make it for a more interesting and entertaining playthrough. And it's also going to allow me to do some relaxed commentary and update you guys with stuff that's happening throughout the channel as I'm doing the rest of the playthrough. So, a couple more things that I wanted to tell you guys about Gamescom is I wanted to tell you guys about media. And what do I mean? Can I equip this? I can, cool. Because I actually prefer this one to the hand axe. Oh, can I have fast roll with it though? Yeah, I can. Sweet. So the other thing that I want to tell you guys about Gamescom is I wanted to talk to you guys about media and booking interviews and stuff like that, and a couple of things that I've been learning from the industry. Because I know that some of you guys that watch my videos are also interested in becoming part of the industry. Some of you are more successful members of the industry than I am, so there's both those aspects. But anyways, for those of you that are interested, there is something that you guys should know, which is depending on which country you're from and how the not the publishers but the PR people for each company work, there are a lot of times where companies will actually kind of, I don't want to say force, I don't want to say they force you, but they kind of they kind of get you to, they try to get you to cover certain games that maybe you're not that interested in. And to be completely honest, I feel that this is, I mean, obviously, it is their prerogative. They can do whatever they want. But I feel that they have more to lose from that than to gain, if I'm to be completely honest about it. And the reason is that depending on your audience, they might react well to content from different games, or they might not react well. Either way, the point of it being, there are a couple of games that at first glance I'm not sure that I'm going to be that interested in, but I will be covering them as well as part of package deals to get other games that I'm definitely interested in covering. That is just the way these things work in the gaming media industry if you're in Portugal. And no, please note, I'm not complaining in a way. I mean, I know that it sounds almost like I'm complaining, but I'm not. It's like, so I get to look at games that maybe I'm not that interested in, but the difference is you might just be surprised. Because, for instance, when I was at E3, I was pleasantly surprised by Invisimals. Because here's the thing. Sure, it's not the kind of game that I'm going to play, but it still exposed me to different kinds of gameplay. And it even made me wonder when I saw Invisimals, which is a game that probably a lot of you guys don't even know about. If you're curious, just go to Google and Google it. It's a PlayStation Portable or PlayStation Vita game. It was a PlayStation Portable. Now they're making like Vita versions of it, whatever. When I looked at that game, I was like, so this game is about collecting these animals, and then you can use them to fight, and you can do cooperative things with friends, and all these other features that this game has, right? I'm looking at that, and I'm thinking, so this sounds almost like Pokemon, because you have to basically catch those animals. But it sounds like it's a lot more fun than Pokemon, because as you guys know, I'm not a fan of Pokemon at all. I just don't like Pokemon. And I was thinking, like, why do people not play this instead of Pokemon? I don't understand, you know? But either way, like I was saying, it just gave me a different perspective on things. So I'm not complaining about having to look at different games and whatnot. Hell no. I'll look at whatever game people want to show me. I just wanted to let you guys know in advance so that sometimes some stuff might pop up in the channel that is unexpected, because I do want to give coverage. Like, if I'm going to go to somewhere, right, and I'm going to go to a media presentation, I always want to get some content out of that that I can, like, justify my presence being there. Because a lot of people go to these things and they think that, oh, I'll just go there for fun. It's like, no, I mean, if you're going to media events and doing media-related things, it is your job to report back the stuff that you've seen, to add some value to the people that are organizing all of these events. Now, let me just buy a couple of things here real quick. I want to get the orange soapstone. I'm going to get the residence key because, like I said, I want to do a little bit more of a completionist thing this time around. We already got the bottomless box, so I think we have everything that I want from this guy. So I'm sorry,
Thank
dude.
you kindly.
You're about to have a serious accident. I'm really sorry about it, but
You've gone mad, have you? I'll teach you, you. Why me?
no,
Little
you're not.
Julia.
You're not really gonna teach me. I have to apologize to this guy, but oh well. I wanted this Uchigatana. But yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm going to be covering at Gamescom just yet. And the reason for me not really informing you guys of everything that I'm going to cover is because there are things that might get covered. There are things that might not get covered. You never really know. And something that I've learned on E3 is that you can't really fully plan what you're going to be doing until you're there. That's just the way these things work, much to my disappointment, because I would like to have things more properly planned, and it's just not that simple. Okay, now something that I want to do is, I want to level up enough to get to use the Uchigatana, because on this playthrough we're actually going to use Uchigatana for a while, and then we might do something with it. So let's see, we need 14 dexterity. Wow. Not so cool. Not going to be able to use it just yet. Then again, I did buy a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, these guys respawn too. This is going to be interesting. Yep, they'll respawn just like every other monster. Oops, there's no range for that. Well, come get some. Oh, they have quite a bit more health than their normal counterparts, too. And like I told you guys, I've never really... I've never been Gravelorded that much, so I've only seen a couple of things that show up. I haven't seen a whole lot of them. So yeah, that is Gamescom now. In terms of the first impressions video and all that stuff, I've been doing a lot of first impressions, as you guys most likely have noticed. And I wanted to talk to you guys about that as well, as we slowly proceed through the initial portions of Dark Souls. And I wanted to know what you guys' opinion is on the games that I've been covering, because it's really important for me to just get feedback. You know, I know that a lot of you guys don't even watch those. The only time you even come here is just when you see Dark Souls on the video. But I would really appreciate it if every now and then you guys would just take a look at the rest of the content and just thumbs it up or thumbs it down, depending on whether you liked it or not. Because currently I have a plan, which is as you guys know, one of the reasons why I really wanted to go to E3, apart from watching everything and you know, just basically seeing what it's like to actually be at an event like that and doing interviews and stuff. One of the reasons that I really wanted to go to E3 is because it brings you legitimacy. Now, you guys might not be familiar with what I mean by that, but basically, here's the thing. If you want PR companies to respect you, you need to have somewhat of legitimacy in YouTube, because currently there are so many people in YouTube that are just, you know, just doing stuff, just doing random stuff is what I'm getting at, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not saying that's not okay. Please don't misinterpret what I'm saying. It's just there's a lot of people doing various content on YouTube, and that makes it very hard for PR companies to know which people are actually in this to actually do stuff like holy crap, so many of these red dudes. It makes it hard for PR companies to actually know, and in case because I know that I have also younger audiences, in case you guys understand what I mean by PR, it's public relations companies. Those are the guys that manage stuff like getting people beta keys and access to games and stuff like that. And either way, what I'm saying is, with all the diversity of content there is on YouTube, it is actually hard for those companies to understand who is interested in covering stuff like interviews and covering stuff like doing first impressions, doing reviews. It is hard for them to know who is actually doing that stuff and who is just doing Let's Plays. And people like me that also do both, you know? And that makes it really hard because they can't just give out keys to everyone, because they know that not everyone is going to cover certain games the same way. So one of the reasons I wanted to go to E3 was legitimacy, so that people could tell that, look, I'm invested in this, okay? I spent a ton of money to come from Portugal over here because I'm invested in this. I'm passionate about this industry, and I'm here to cover games. And that, I think, I got a lot of at E3. I think I got a lot of legitimacy for going to E3. And I know that there's a lot of different opinions on this, including some pretty big, popular YouTube people will have differing opinions on this. But to me, if you're in the gaming industry and you're trying to do what I'm doing, which is not just Let's Plays, but also interviews and all that stuff, and get access to early content and things like that, if you're trying to do that, you need to have legitimacy, and that involves going to events and doing all that kinds of stuff. And anyways, as I was saying, one of the things that I'm trying to do now is, since I've gained some of that legitimacy by going to E3, and I've also gotten some experience in contacting people in the industry and how to address people in the, because this is all very important, and you also have to realize that English is not my native language. I'm Portuguese, which I know that a lot of you are probably sick and tired of hearing this by now, but some people still ask that question in comments on multiple videos whenever I mention that English is not my native language. Despite the fact that I might speak fluent English, I think I'm decent at it. I'm not amazing. But despite the fact that I do speak fluent English, it's actually really hard to write down formal emails, and the way that you address people can either make or break certain situations and deals for you. So that is something that I've been working on addressing companies and stuff like that, to request for access to beta builds and whatever. Like I was able to get access to Payday 2, the beta, which was really cool. I was able to even get access to a bunch of people. Holy crap, how the hell am I still alive? I was even able to get access to you. Oh, damn it! Okay, dude, you need to stop interrupting me when I'm speaking. Oh, shit. I can't believe that just happened. But yeah, apparently that's a thing. Well, either way, we're running close up on 30 minutes here, if not a little bit above it. So I'm actually going to call this episode here, but expect more of these episodes. As usual, leave me your comments, feedback, and all that kinds of good stuff in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be making more of episodes of this playthrough. I hope you guys are interested in it. I realize it's not one of those min-maxer playthroughs that I tend to do with my equipment already all geared up, or a cosplay playthrough, so I'm not sure if it's something you guys are that interested in or not. But it provides me with a calm environment where I can talk about a multitude of things as well as commenting on it, and it still has a couple of surprises with the Gravelording thing. So anyways, hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough, and I will see you guys in the next one.